Hello, Trump Take 5 here, the channel that gives you a nearly daily update about everything that happened in the President's Day so that you can avoid the 24-hour media circus that surrounds this administration. Took the day off yesterday, so I have a lot to get into, and I'll try to get through it in 5 minutes or less. Saturday was relatively quiet, but President Trump did install Mick Mulvaney as his choice to be the director of the Consumer Financial Protections Bureau. This will be ongoing and will probably end up in the courts because the CFPB director who just left has also named someone to take his place. What's important here is that this is a government agency that was created to protect Americans from financial institutions and some of the predatory practices that have become normal. Many experts say that Trump's choice of adding Mulvaney in here is basically like bringing a wrecking ball into the agency to try to dismantle it. From there, President Trump ended the day Saturday by attacking CNN International in particular, and a free press, which is probably one of the most dangerous things about this administration and something that's just going to take a really long time to right itself. I mean, this is generational at this point. The president is training his base not to believe stories that he doesn't like, which is just about as dangerous as it can get. What doesn't make this better is that there are small threads of truth inside of their argument. And this just leads to more polarization and really just strengthens both sides' opinions about who's right or who's wrong. It's easy to say that Fox News is the largest perpetrator of fake news that America has ever seen. I mean, that is undoubtedly true. At the same time, what the right likes to call mainstream media or actual media does have political leanings and also has corporate influence by their owners. So even though it's very easy to say that there's no comparison, which most sane people do, it's also easy enough for people to jump on this bandwagon when the President of the United States is talking this nonsense. So it's very dangerous for everyone. And I could probably talk about this for the entire video, but there was other stuff that happened too, so let's get into that. Trump did again back up Roy Moore without officially saying go vote for Roy Moore. Instead, he took shots at his opponent. In the midst of this, Trump is now saying that he doesn't believe that it was him that's in the tape from the Access Hollywood, and this is the reason why he's not sure he believes Roy Moore's accusers. This isn't new news, so I won't spend any time on it, but this is still going on if you were wondering. The last thing Trump did on Sunday was tweet this. Since the first day I took office, all you hear is the phony Democrat excuse for losing the election. Russia, Russia, Russia. Despite this, I have the economy booming and have possibly done more than any 10-month president. Make America great again. This tweet has as many inaccuracies and problems as the CNN tweet. And again, this could be an entire video in and of itself. I feel like I'd be preaching to the choir if I went into that more than necessary here. But I think what's interesting is that this could be a warning distraction. Like, he knows something's coming out in the news and he's making a preemptive strike to derail credibility of the facts. I can't say that for sure, but a lot of people are pointing out that this is a pattern that the president takes and that it looks like he may be stressed out about some kind of news that's going to drop in the next day or so. One more thing to mention is that as we're talking about fake news and this idea that we live in a country where you can't trust the media, Donald Trump retweeted a website called MAGAPill, which I wasn't able to ascertain who owns this, but it seems to me to be a lobbying effort of sorts. This is probably owned by someone who has a lot of money and realizes that they can get what they want policy-wise by spending on digital media rather than, paying their taxes or being involved in the actual process of governing. He tweeted out this relatively unknown site pointing out their article about his accomplishments, and then he doubled back to this whenever he tweeted about the phony Democrat excuse for losing the election. And it's not really clear if he believes this, if he looked at this website and was like, wow, we really did do a lot of stuff. He said in his first tweet when he tweeted it out that he didn't even realize they had done so much. But it's not clear if he looked at this and he said, wow, there's a lot of stuff on this page. That must be really good compared to other presidents, without knowing what other presidents had actually accomplished. Or if he's just feeding this as a narrative to his supporters and his base so that they'll take that all into consideration when all of this news about Mike Flynn and Robert Mueller and everything else that's going on keeps surfacing. That is it for today. Please like the video. Please share it. Please tell your friends about it. I know I spent part of my day off wading through the tweets on Twitter, and it's really a depressing situation. So tell people they don't have to be stuck in that cycle. They can learn everything that they need to know in about 5 minutes a day and stay away from Trump fatigue. Because it's pretty ugly on the left right now, too, and it's not really constructive. It's important, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that people shouldn't be doing what they want to do as far as resisting what's happening, but there's real policy shifts, and there's really things that are happening that they're going to take a very long time to undo. So we don't want to lose sight of that. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications bell, and come back tomorrow because I'll be talking to you again.